That was awkward.
Yes, it was.
All right, look. No nice little intro. It's preview time, and we got the New Orleans Saints. First of all, shout out to Saints Uptown, 44th and Legendary. Hopefully, I'll be able to cut up with y'all somewhere in New Orleans when I come down there, because I'm leaving in a couple hours. But about this game, I don't feel as good about it as, I would have. Reasons being, first of all, Tyson Campbell, it's like 90% certain he's not playing, which is bad enough. Especially, and this is no disrespect to Monteric Brown. I thought he did a good job last week. I said ever since we drafted him, I think this kid's got a ton of potential. And he was fine last week. And I feel good about him, especially when our safeties are Andre Cisco and Rayshon Jenkins. And, I mean, no disrespect to him when I say this. But that all being said, he's not Tyson Campbell. He's just not. And I know Darius Williams been balling lately too. But he's not Tyson Campbell. And especially when we are going up against... And granted, I know a Derek Carr is some shit. Okay, Derek Carr's not good to me. He's no good. But if nothing else, and especially with our pass rush being hit and miss, Derek Carr will at least put up numbers. And a game like this would be good to have Tyson Campbell when he's going up against Chris Olave and Michael Thomas. So that's my first worry. And obviously the biggest one is the health of Trevor Lawrence. I know everybody's saying it's like a minor knee injury and he's fine and he's probably going to play. Let me explain something to you. Knee injuries ain't to be fucked with. And you gotta look at this and say, Trevor Lawrence is the season. Dead ass. CJ Beathard not going to do what Trevor Lawrence does. He's just not. Whether you think CJ Beathard is good or not, he's not going to do what Trevor Lawrence does. Now, I hope all is well. I hope he can go and everything's fine. But at the same time, looking at the big picture, if there's any chance he can injure this knee further, he needs to not play. I know Jags fans don't want to hear that, but if there's any chance he could fuck this knee up even more, then he needs to not play. And look, I won a softball game with a dislocated freaking knee, okay? I know how tough it is when you can't run or pivot or anything like that. And granted, Trevor Lawrence, his arm's the most important thing, but he needs to be upright. And especially if Walker Little or Brandon Scherf can't go either, that's a problem. I don't know a whole lot. I think Cam Jordan's playing, but I know, the Saints got a pretty solid pass rush, if I'm not mistaken. So, Trevor got to be upright. So, that's what I'm saying. If there's any chance he can re-injure this knee, he needs to not play, and we need to just save him for Pittsburgh. I'd rather start Beathard and take the L than have Trevor Lawrence play in this game and lose him for the rest of the season. Dead ass, bro. I mean, obviously, it's going to be a big disappointment because this is a game we can and should win if Trevor Lawrence is 100%, even without Tyson Campbell. This should be a game we can and should win if he's there. And it would suck to take an L like that, but at the same time, we got a one-game lead in the division. The rest of Anthony Richardson's done for the year. Trashville is simply trash. So the only team we would really have to worry about catching us is maybe Houston. if CJ Stroud keeps it up. But, we can afford to know when we got Pittsburgh next week, another team we should beat. So, now, don't get me wrong. Like I said, to go all the way to New Orleans and not see Trevor Lawrence play, that's going to be very disappointing. But at the same time, I'd rather him just miss this game than miss the rest of the season. I'm sorry, I got to look at big picture. Because I'm sorry, we're fucked unless we trade for Kirk Cousins or something, which I don't think they're going to do regardless. We're fucked this season if Trevor Lawrence goes down. I mean, ETN can't carry the team forever. We'll do decent. We may win the division still, but we're fucked if Trevor Lawrence goes down. It's without question. We don't have Beathard ain't capable like that. Man, it just sucks because it was on a fucking play that shouldn't have happened. This, I don't know which one between Doug Peterson and Prestero. I don't know which one did it, but calling that fucking stupid ass rollout on a third down when all we had to do was run on a 3rd and 1. All we had to do was run, and if you don't get it, you run the clock out and kick a field goal. We didn't need to fucking do that. Oh, god damn, man. But like I said, I hope also, I seen him in practice this week, had a brace on his knee. It looked like he was moving fine, which is good. I'm glad. But I don't want to see Trevor get hurt. We are completely fucked if he gets hurt. I really want y'all to understand that. If Trevor Lawrence goes out for the season, we are fucked. It's done. Forget winning the division, maybe. Forget winning the playoff game. Forget contending for a Super Bowl. It's a wrap. Without Trevor Lawrence, it's a wrap. There's no way around it. Without Trevor Lawrence, it's done. Over. Complete. Finished. Shoved in the depths of your ass. That's it. But anyway, like I said, hopefully all's well. Hopefully he can play. Hopefully he gets out of this game healthy. That's ultimately what I would want. And, like I said, the Saints, they're not a pushover, but it's a team we can and should beat. So, I'll be live there and in living color. I can't wait to cut up on Bourbon Street. I'm going to drink my fucking ass off. I'm going to eat some gumbo, some jambalaya, a beignet. I just found out what the fuck that was, and apparently I got to try one. And New Orleans happens to be the original home of one of my favorite sandwiches, a po' boy, so I got to check one of them out somewhere. And, I'm ready to come up and have a good time, and I hope somehow we come out of this with a win. Regardless of what happens, and I hope Trevor Lawrence makes it through this game healthy, if he plays. But other than that, that's it. That's all, people. I'm actually getting ready to start recording footage for the vlog, so I will see y'all in that. Y'all have a good one, man. This has been your boy Jagging Off. Go Jags, Duval till I die. Go.